Am I the a-hole for calling my in-laws gold diggers for insisting to know how much my new job pays? I'm M28 Canadian and my fiancée F26 and her family are from Latin America. My mother and father-in-law found out about my new job and wanted to have a private conversation with me without my fiancé, so they invited me to their house. They invited me into their guest room. My father-in-law asked me to leave my phone and keys at the dining table. They started talking about my new job. They had no idea how much I get paid and asked me to tell them about my salary, but I politely declined to tell them. They asked why. I just bluntly told them it was none of their business. Father-in-law chimed in saying, "You're marrying my daughter." Damn right, it's my business, and kept on about making his daughter's future secured. I assured him that his daughter is in good hands, and besides, money isn't everything, and love and respect are what's important. Mother-in-law disagreed and said that money is an important factor, then gave examples of issues I'll have in my marriage if I'm not capable of providing for my family. I refused to tell them, but again assured them that I'm doing well financially, so no worries. Mother-in-law refused to drop it. Claimed I was being disrespectful by treating them like they were some strangers asking about how much I get paid, and demanded I give her a number. I got so annoyed and wanted to excuse myself to the bathroom, but father-in-law got up and locked the door. I asked what the heck he was doing. He told me to calm down and that he'll unlock the door when this conversation is over. I blew TF up and told him that their behavior is unacceptable and what I earn is none of their goddamn business, then told them that only gold diggers behave like this, and right then they were giving me huge red flags. Mother-in-law gasped loudly and father-in-law immediately unlocked the door and asked me to leave his house. I grabbed my phone and my keys and walked out. Mother-in-law already called my fiancé and was crying, saying I disrespected them in their house and called them gold diggers for just asking how I was doing with my new job. My fiancé was upset, but I explained what her mom and dad did. She said I not only hurt her parents, but are hurt as well by calling them gold diggers, and I owe them an apology, but I refused to. I asked if she thought what her parents did was okay, but she reminded me that she's with me because she loves me whether I'm rich or poor, and it doesn't matter what others think. My fiancé never cared about money, nor acted materialistic. She works as a babysitter and happy with it. She said that I needed to apologize for calling them gold diggers and hurting their feelings for being worried about us. Although I assured them I'm doing well financially and that should been the end of it. But I guess I escalated. They escalated and now I'm refusing to apologize. My relationship with them might suffer if I don't. Am I the a-hole? You're not the a-hole. Locking you in was so past the line of okay, I would reconsider marrying into this batshit crazy family. Leave your phone and keys while we lock you in a room with us. That's some shit you can call the cops for. Being held against your will. TBF, I'd tell the parents to duck off and never speak to them again. All of that is completely unacceptable. That's some you wanna talk to the Mayfair boss. Leave your stuff here and I'll pat you down type of shit, laughing my butt off. I'll unlock the door once this conversation is over. That right there would be my cue to get the duck out. They locked you in a room with them without your phone or keys. Definition: you're not the a-hole. If you're going to try and make it work with her, set boundaries now. Do not apologize for acting like anyone would in that situation. They weren't just rude, they were threatening. And the thing is, I'm sure your GF knows how they are. This is spot on. They lured you into a situation which left you defenseless. No normal people would do what they did. It makes me wonder and worry what else they would do to achieve what they want. The fact that your fiancé is kinda okay with it also worries me for you both further down the line. I would tread very carefully in ensuring your future, and maybe I've been watching too many paranoid thrillers, but especially careful over anything that feels off to you. You're not the a-hole. So they low-key kidnapped you to get your financial info. Does your fiancé know what you do for a living, how much you make? Do you know how much she makes? Because you guys will need to start making a budget, planning how you'll save for retirement, etc. So this info, it's kinda important, but just for the two of you. It's no one else's business but you two. Your fiancé should be mortified and not asking you to apologize. This is a red flag all around. Yes, she does know And we've already talked about finances before. If they were so concerned about joint finances, they would encourage their child to get a better paying job. They are concerned about what you make because they want to know how much money they will have access to once you marry their daughter. You really think someone who can't stand up to their parents about something like this wouldn't give them your money when they ask for it? Info: how much do you make? Ahahahaha. I'm dead. I just wanna talk to him. I just wanna talk. You're not the a-hole. It is deeply concerning that you are saying love and respect are what's important, but not expecting your fiancé to express love and respect towards you in this instance. Her parents definitely premeditated this situation. They could have met both of you for dinner, asked politely about your work, and simply asked if your salary could provide for your new family. The whole family's behavior is disturbing. Your fiancé did not answer your question about if she felt you were treated properly, but deflected the question. Why? It's a yes or no question. She turned it around to make you feel like you needed their forgiveness. That's the wrong take. She may be conditioned to explain away anything they do and automatically give in. I don't know what your family plans are, but if you have children and a bula think they are misbehaving, what will they do? The fact your fiancé was not only apparently okay with their behavior, but thinks you need to apologize to them for freaking out they locked you up, means it's possible this is how she was disciplined. Do you want that for your own kids? Please think long and hard about marrying into this family. You're not the a-hole, but deeply consider getting a prenup and re-evaluating your relationship. Your in-laws are gold diggers, and your fiancé's reaction to it is deeply disturbing. She has her parents' back before yours. Just because your fiancé may not be exhibiting materialistic behaviors now, doesn't mean she won't ever, given what you just witnessed with her parents. The apple clearly doesn't fall far from the tree. You're not the a-hole, but dude, do not marry this woman. She sided with her parents, who unlawfully confined you. They committed a crime and she's upset with you. If you marry her, your life will be heck-less, at the very minimum. OP. Put wedding planning on indefinite pause until you and she can work through mediate her unhealthy entanglement with her parents. Having a spouse who puts the needs of their own family second to the demands of their family of origin is a ducking nightmare. I think OP should just kick her out, dump her. What will stop her from just pretending to agree with OP after a few therapy sessions going LC with her family until after they're married? Better safe than sorry. No way a sane person would want a relationship with someone whose family has shown they'll do anything to get what they want. He wants a prenup. They'll probably murder him if he tries to divorce. I know I'm most likely extremely paranoid, but making these crazies family is just asking for trouble. You're not the a-hole. If your fiancé sides with them over this extreme breach of decency, then she's not the one for you. The locking of the door is actually unlawful detainment, a crime in the US. I assume it is in Canada as well. Canadian here. Canada's laws are much stricter than in the US. As a private citizen you have almost no right to detain someone unless you witnessed them commit a crime. And even then you can't lock them in a room. You basically have to physically hold on to them until the cops show up. The parents could easily end up with prison time if they didn't have an amazing excuse. You're not the a-hole. Reconsider this relationship. Her parents locked you in a room without your keys or phone because they wanted to know exactly how much money you make, and your fiancé wants you to apologize for what you said after they locked you in. You're not the a-hole. They detained you in a room to ask you very personal questions without your keys or phone. That's probably very illegal, and if your parents did that to your fiancé, she would be more upset that you are. You are well within your right to say whatever you need to say to get out of that room. Yes, your relationship with her parents is going to suffer, but you're not the one who needs to apologize. They should apologize to you. I'd stand my ground on this. It might be cultural. It might not be, but they need to understand it's not part of your culture and respect that you're a grown man obviously providing, and you're not obligated to share any information you're uncomfortable sharing. Also, it's a red flag your fiancé isn't more angry with her parents. If I found out my parents locked my fiancé in a room to interrogate him, I'd blow TF up on them. Totally inappropriate behavior. Please subscribe.